7 victims of capsized sand dredger identified. Special incentives announced for Paya Besar constituents. Good afternoon, I'm Renee Fong on News on 2. The identity of 7 out of 9 people believed to be victims of the capsized JBB Rongcheng 8 sand dredger who were found on the 4th day of the search and rescue operation have been identified. Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency Southern Region Maritime Operations Deputy Director, Maritime Captain Sanifah Yusof said the 5 survivors were China nationals identified as Wu Liangfu, 48, Liang Rongbin, 44, Jiang Chunlin, 51, Liu Konggan, 47, and Liang Pu Zheng, 62. In a statement, Captain Sanifah Yusof said that the 2 bodies found in the vessel have been identified as those of Liang Kaiman, 50, and Chen Xuefen, 54. Meanwhile, 2 more bodies have yet to be identified. Authorities said of the 18 crew who were on board the vessel, 1 was found drowned, while 3 were rescued on the day of the incident. 14 were still missing and believed to be alive in the vessel's hull on the day of the incident. Authorities on Friday found 2 victims safe in the vessel's engine room, while another body was found 12 nautical miles off the waters of Tanjung Tohor, as well as another 2 bodies yesterday, leaving 9 others still missing. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak has announced special incentives for constituents of the Paya Besar parliamentary seat in Kuantan, Pahang, in conjunction with his visit to Felda Lepar Hilir 1 yesterday. The incentives were given to Felda settlers around Paya Besar for being loyal and strong supporters of the Barisan Nasional, which had allowed BN to win the parliamentary seat and 3 state seats under it in the last general election.
Mesti ambil berat. Kita jangan membangunkan kawasan-kawasan bandar sahaja. Agenda kita di luar bandar mesti diteruskan. Pembangunan di bandar ini kita perlu kerana kita nak memacu ekonomi negara.
Datuk Seri Najib said that the first incentive was the special Felda replanting scheme to 157 settlers, involving an allocation of 631,821 ringgit and 0 loan payment incentive to 567 settlers, amounting to 2.85 million ringgit. 362 settlers who have returned to cooperate with Felda would also receive an incentive payment of 1.81 million ringgit. Apart from this, the Premier said Felda is also in the final stages of deciding on the allotment of land to 2nd and 3rd generation settlers to allow them to build homes where their parents and grandparents had lived. The Sultan of Johor, Sultan Ibrahim Sultan Iskandar, has advised political parties to avoid sensitive issues, especially those that could cause racial and religious conflicts in the run-up to the 14th general election. He said all political parties must shoulder the responsibility to preserve peace and harmony and ensure the well-being of the people.
Dalam kehidupan masyarakat berbilang kaum dan agama, sikap hormat menghormati bertolak ansur antara satu sama lain adalah wajib diamalkan oleh semua rakyat. Setiap rakyat mesti bertanggungjawab untuk menjaga keharmonian hidup dan mengekalkan keamanan tanah air.
Sultan Ibrahim also reiterated that to preserve harmony, all parties must focus on commonalities, play their part to maintain peace, and not try to outdo each other. Sarawak will be included as a new location for the Jelajah Pendidikan Bumiputra JPB, which is aimed at enhancing the education level of the Bumiputra this year. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said the JPB program, implemented since 2016, has covered locations in the peninsula and Sabah to provide assistance for Malay and Bumiputra SPM leavers to pursue higher education or skills training.
Teruskan lagi, kerana ini bukan agenda pilihan raya, ianya adalah agenda untuk mewujudkan mobiliti sosial secara vertikal kepada anak-anak kita di seluruh negara.
Elaborating further, Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid said the move is to enhance the social status of the young people, which will directly improve the livelihood of other household and family. The program is a combined effort between the government and non-governmental organizations, public and private institutions of higher learning, as well as the private sector in a bid to transform Malaysia into a developed country. The Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Ministry, KKMM, has created a platform, creativemarket.my, for Malaysians to generate extra income through digital photography creativity. Its Deputy Minister Dato' Jailani Johari said the platform would be managed by Nick Berhad, an agency under KKMM. In a statement, Dato' Jailani said in line with KKMM's core agenda, which focuses on empowerment of the creative industry and spurring the country's digital economy, this program is seen as means to raise the people's standard of living through a skill that can be turned into an asset to generate revenue.
Setiap hasil gambar yang ditangkap dan kita hantar kepada platform creativemarket.my ini, kita akan mendapat RM1. Dan apabila diluluskan, kita akan dapat RM5. Dan ada ketikanya kita boleh menjana pendapatan antara RM600 sehingga RM5,000. Inilah peluang yang kita berikan kepada masyarakat di luar sana.
He said participants could potentially earn up to RM600 and earn a passive income of more than RM5,000 from their photographs on creativemarket.my. Those interested are welcome to join the online training program conducted by creativetrainingprogram.my. Emmanuel Belatti of Androni Giosoloti Sidermix finally ended his barren run for 2 years by securing victory in Stage 7 in the 2018 Le Tour de Langkawi LTDL cycling race from the National Velodrome in Nilai to Dataran Tanjung Emas Muar yesterday. The 32-year-old Belatti displayed a blistering ride by brushing aside stiff competition towards the finishing line from Albanian rider Uga Djupa of Willia Triestina Sella Italia and Kazakhstani rider Ruslan Trubayev of Astana Pro Team in yesterday's race, covering the longest distance at 222.4 kilometers. All three of them, however, clocked the same time of 5 hours and 8 minutes and 23 seconds in the grueling stage, featuring 3 sprint zones and also 6 climbing zones.
È stata una tappa incredibile perché così lunga, con così tanto vento, le salite si pensavano facili, invece hanno frazionato molto il gruppo e sono contentissimo.
Russian rider Artem Ovechkin of Terengganu cycling team TSG, who finished in 9th place in today's race, still held on to the yellow jersey as overall leader, besides retaining the red polka dot jersey by accumulating an overall time of 28 hours 56 minutes and 20 seconds and 40 points. Italian rider Riccardo Minali of Astana Pro Team, on the other hand, stayed on course to win the green jersey as king of sprint by collecting 55 points with 1 stage left remaining. This edition of News On 2. In our top story, 7 victims of capsized sand dredger identified. Now, before we go, we leave you with visuals from the 9th Philippine International Pyromusical Competition, which showcases the skills of world's top pyrotechnic experts from Switzerland, Romania, Germany, Austria, Canada, France, Italy, Taiwan, UK and China. Join us again at 7 p.m. for more updates on the latest happenings around the world. Till then, have a pleasant afternoon.